We're still eating our way around Japan, and today we're sharing our favorite all-you-can-eat restaurants.
We are taking you guys to a Shabu Shabu all-you-can-eat restaurant. Shabu Shabu is definitely something you're going to want to try when you're in Japan. It is basically just a boiling hot pot. These places are becoming more and more popular around the world, but this might be a dining option that you're not really familiar with. So we would like to take you with us and demystify the whole situation and show you why this is one of our favorite styles of lunch to eat.
This is a very popular chain in Japan. There are hundreds of locations across the country. The location we're at is in Ikebukuro, located in the basement, and it's a giant restaurant. We are always the only English name on the list, but it makes it easy because they know who we are. The meats are such good quality and the price cannot be beat, but the veggies are probably my favorite part. There's so many to choose from and they're so good in the different broths. And it's unlimited for your time frame of 90 minutes. They also have an all-you-can-drink option, which we're not going to get into today, but I'll let you know the price of it on the screen here. You order on the tablet, which is great if you don't speak Japanese, because we just used our Google Translate, and everything is delivered via a cat robot, which is so freaking fun. So she gave us a little how-to menu, and it's all on the keypad, so I don't even think that we need the regular menu here. So let's get started.
The very first thing you're going to want to do is select your soup base. So these places will always have different soup bases that you can choose from. We tend to like some that are more flavorful, like curries or super spicy pork bone broths, but they have lighter options so that you have less flavor imparting onto your meat and it's just more pure flavor profile. It's totally up to you. It's only like $3 to add extra soup bases, so we're going to do that.
I've usually only ever seen this one, but they have a 4-1. So we're gonna get all 4. You order your broth on the tablet and then all of your meats on the tablet. Everything else will be at the buffet. Sauces, veggies, dessert, drinks, alcoholic drinks, anything you want. Time to hit the buffet.
One of the first things I like to do is grab one of these small dishes and make my dipping sauce. Sesame paste is kind of like the go-to basis for all of these, but then you can add garlic, ginger, green onions, scallions, spice, chilies, hot sauce, soy sauce, kind of whatever. I like to go mostly sesame paste, as much spice as I can find, as much cilantro, green onions, and then a little bit of soy sauce to add another salty flavor to it.
I need your translator.
This veggie area has everything. There's daikon radish, so many different types of mushrooms, okra, lotus root. These are carrot leaves. They ended up being really delicious. Cabbage, onions, leeks, bitter greens, more green onions. They have salad station, some pickled radish, a ton of tofu, bib lettuce, different dressings and things like that. They have a freaking cotton candy machine. I don't know how to use it. This is seaweed rice, this is curry. These both are regular rice. They have noodles to eat for after your meal. They have a full drink station. If you pay extra, you can do all you can drink. So these are gonna be your draft beers, or you can do a highball off the tap, which is really cool. These are actually liquors, and this is actually decent whiskey. It's not bad as it looks, being in a plastic jug with a push pump on it. But if you can add that, and it's very reasonably priced. There's ices for a little bit extra, soda, and then these teas and the coffee and everything come complimentary with whatever package you do. So definitely take advantage of that when you come.
Bro, there's so many more choices than I was expecting.
There's so many choices for the veggies, but lotus root is definitely can't miss. I love any type of big leafy green. Tofu, they usually have a ton of different options. At this place, it kind of just seems like the one. Cabbage is another go-to. We had carrot leaf, which I've never actually had the leaf of that. We get a ton of onions and any type of mushroom we can find to add into that broth. So while we were up there getting our toppings, she brought over 4 boiling cauldrons of that hot broth. This one is like shoyu. This one is pork bone, very fatty, flavorful, but not very spicy. This one has just a little bit of yuzu lemon. And then this spice bomb that we got very, 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 very spicy is definitely my favorite.
Is it spicy?
No.
Oh.
But I like to add my veggies absolutely first and get those boiling away. Some things tend to take a little bit longer. Other things like leafy greens, you can just kind of get in and take out right away. We just did an even distribution across the board that adds the most beautiful like veggie flavor to each of the broths. And as you kind of continue to cook, The water will evaporate, the broth will get more flavorful, and as you add meat and things like that, the taste of the broth will completely change. Now is the hardest part. We have to wait for all of this to start boiling before we can cook all of our things. You use the handheld as well in order to add more meat, and then choose the selections that you want, and then the cat will come over, the robot cat will bring it over. So we kind of missed our cat experience because the guy who was leaving the restaurant wouldn't get out of the way. So there was a little bit of traffic issues, but we are fine. We got our meat. To start, just a pork belly. This one is pork top blade. That one's bottom round. This is another type of pork. These are gyoza. This is the beef as well. So we got 2 of those because the beef is usually our favorite. So this is our first round. We will not miss the cat experience the next time around because it will not be our first order of meat.
So they give you red chopsticks for the raw meat, and then they give you the little scoopers in case you need some more assistance. I'm gonna go in for our first bite of meat. Look at this meat.
It actually looks like really good
So
quality.
thin. I'm gonna go with this regular white broth here.
And these really, once the broth is super hot, they're cut so thin that they don't take any longer than 10-15 seconds to cook. Like, I'm not sure if we can put a timer on this, but that meat is almost ready to go already.
And then I just go straight into my sauce.
The sauce is the key component here.
And then you use your black ones to eat it. I like to dip directly from the hot pot to the sauce to my mouth. Brandon likes to fill it all up and then put it on his plate and eat it as he goes. That crunchy garlic chili is so good. That's crunchy garlic chili mixed with sesame. The meat's delicious. So spicy.
I'm going spicy for the first one. I think that shabu shabu means like dip or something like that. I'm gonna go one into here and then one into my spicy broth. And then I'm also gonna swipe a little thing of veggies because I like to do 1-biters of everything and as many mushrooms as I can manage to fork out with chopsticks. That is a bite. Look at all that spicy sauce dripping off that guy. Some of the stuff you can't see, they'll always give you like a little strainer. And this thing comes in handy because this white one is so murky. And look, we got a gyoza and a little lotus root. And I'm gonna put that in this ginger soy. Alyssa and we like to cook each piece of meat one by one because we like the experience of doing that. But you're also more than welcome to just dump a ton of meat as long as you're super efficient at pulling it out. So if you're with a group of people and everyone wants to eat a little bit quicker, you can totally order an entire round of meat, dump it in, just keep an eye on it. When the meat starts to curl a little bit, that's how you know that it's completely finished and cooked through.
Looks like bacon. It's like the thinnest pork belly I've ever seen.
Alyssa re-upped on the veg, and I just cooked a bunch of meat, so I have these huge heaping piles of meat in my bowl. Another thing that's really cool about this is whatever you want more of, you can just go get or order yourself. So if there's something that you particularly love, you can just continue ordering it until your heart's content.
I load up on the tofu and the mushrooms. They're my favorite.
That is gonna burn your face off.
Yeah,
Let that one cool
for a
off. So even if you are not traditionally a tofu fan, that is gonna be one of the best bites that you can have at a hot pot restaurant. And then you get more meat and our veggies are ready. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about these little bits of bib lettuce. They're for you to make like lettuce wraps out of. How did I miss an opportunity to make a lettuce wrap? So I got my meat all cooled down as well as my veg. I got that one in the spicy sauce, and then I got all this veg soaked in that soy ginger scallion sauce. And now you have a Japanese hot pot taco. I saw this hot pot hack on Tik Tok once. Hot pot Tik Tok Hacks version 2.0. You wrap it up and you
so
dip.
well.
That might be the most fun part of it. Shabu Shabu.
And we're gonna have like 6 more rounds after this, so we'll talk to you in a few.
Once you're finished, you load up all your dirty dishes back onto your neighborhood cat, and he will take it away for you. Bye! Arigatou gozaimasu! Thank you! Sayonara!
I love that it's a cat.
So I almost forgot the absolute most important thing is at the end of your meal, when your broth is as flavorful as it'll possibly be, you're gonna wanna grab a bowl of noodles, and they take a little bit longer to cook, so get those in there and then leave some meat and some vegetables left over, and you make your own little sauced up sesame noodle dish. This is probably the best hack that you can have, and it takes the entire course of the meal to get to this point. And then I reserved a little bit of veggies in this spicy one, and then you have to choose which sauce. I'm going to use my flavorful sesame spicy sauce for this guy.
Oh, that looks so good.
These do take a little bit longer than you would think, but make sure to take one out and just give it a try to make sure that it's cooked to your liking. All right, so these guys are finished. So out of the soup, I want as much of that broth to stay on there and then into this amazing sauce that you've made. And some of those veggies that I've saved go in, and then I'll just add the rest of the meat to this little noodle bowl. All right, every bit of meat that's left over, every veg goes into your sauce bowl, and there you have a delicious bowl of noodles. I have to let this cool off, but just know that this is your reward for completing your hot pot for the day. This is one of the best bites that you can have in Japan. Yo. Job well done, people.
We totally forgot that there's a time limit because it's kind of chill in here right now on this Tuesday afternoon. But we have 9 minutes left. Luckily, we are on the noodle portion, but there is still dessert. You get 10 minutes after to finish your food. So I think we'll have enough time.
You making a freaking waffle?
I got coffee and waffle and cornflake ice cream.
What's the black bits?
I don't know. What a cute dessert.
Cheers.
Cereal milk. In Japan, it's rude to leave any leftovers, so don't order more than you can eat. There's no limit on how many times you can order within your time frame. We were worried about leaving some of this broth behind, but the server told us it was totally fine and we did a great job.
This place was an absolute win. I'm so glad we checked it out.
There are so many locations around Tokyo, so on your trip here, no matter what neighborhood you're staying, you'll definitely be able to find one.
And we hope that we demystified how to do hot pot a little bit to make it easier for you. And for the record, this was $35 US for the two of us out the door.
Nice. Get it.
I wouldn't get out of the way.
Yeah, right? Wow.
Look at this one. Thank you so much.